Hi class, my name is Rebecca Pastel Harding. This is my midterm project for WST 460 Women in the Body for fall 2015. In my video, I will be discussing the gendered body. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and discuss the misconception between the word gender and the word sex. The word gender is a socially constructed definition of men and women and is determined by their roles and functions that society places on them. When I mean roles, I mean gendered roles. And gendered roles are the behaviors that are set out by society that are appropriate for their actual sex. Some examples would be women's gender role is the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry, and men's gender roles is manly, outdoorsy, they work, they provide, they take care of the women. The word sex is actually a biological word. This means these are the characteristics of males and females and men and women. I think that people tend to get these two terms mixed up and confused when it comes to talking about gender and sex. So let's talk about where do bodies, when do they become gendered? How does this happen? Where do we get this term from? This is probably some things that people don't think about when it comes to the gendered body. I think that it starts out when we are young, very small, actually even before we're born. When our parents or when we find out that we're pregnant and we find out the sex, we instantly think if it's a boy, we're going to go ahead and buy blue stuff, and if it's a girl, we're going to go ahead and buy pink stuff. This is determined just by the sex, not so much what the gender is for the child. The next example of a gender embodiment is the toys. Toys are a huge thing in a kid's life. Well, basically, when you have a girl, people are always saying Barbies, dolls, babies, and I feel like when you give a little kid a baby, you're instantly trying to be like, here, this is what it's like to be a mommy. And then we buy them kitchen sets and we start buying them fake food and like, okay, here's your kitchen set. You learn how to cook and you clean the kitchen. For boys, it's like G.I. Joes, cars, tools, sports things, all the masculine things that they want little boys to play with. In my other class, my human sexuality class, we're actually talking about kind of the same issues. There was an article by Rebecca Haynes. It talks about how Target actually this year stopped labeling toys for boys and toys for girls. So when little kids went into the toy section, it wasn't a girl section nor a boy section. It was just toys. So if a little girl decided that she wanted to play with tools or cars, she could do that and not feel like it was a boy toy. Or if a little boy wanted to pick out a baby doll or a Barbie, they wouldn't have to feel the pressure of it being a girl toy. So this leads me to the issue of how men and women, how they experience their bodies. This could be through clothing, their mannerisms, their body parts that they shave. I mean, these are all gender roles. We think when we think of a female, we think about the clothing that they wear. We instantly go to dresses and skirts and just really feminine stuff. And for men, it's like jeans and flannels, like just very manly things. Also, their mannerisms. Typically for a female growing up, we are taught to cross our legs when we sit down, especially in a skirt. We're meant to actually cross our legs. Well, for men, they're told that when they cross their legs, it's feminine. So men tend to sit with their legs apart. These are just things that we're taught as we grow up. Also, shaving. Shaving is a huge thing. Most women grow up being taught to shave their legs or shave under their arms, and that hair is definitely not culturally accepted for women. And for men, a lot of hair means they're very, very manly. So what happens when people step outside their normal gender roles? How does society take this? As a society, we have such high expectations for men and women in their gender roles that what happens when people step outside their normal gender roles? Not everybody feels like their gender, what they were born with. Not everybody feels that way. There's people who are agenders, or there's non-binary genders. There is also cisgenders, which is actually the cultural norm. Cisgender, these are people who their gender aligns with their assigned sex, what they were born with. Well, not everybody's like that. Some people are non-binary roles, or their gender. They don't feel like a man or a woman. They just feel like they want to wear whatever they want. They want to wake up and they want to wear a flannel and jeans. They can do that. If they want to wake up and wear a dress, they can. They don't feel like a man or a woman. They just feel like whatever they want to be. And same goes for agender. Those are for people who they decide, like I said, like they don't know if they are feeling closer to a man or a woman. They might have armpit hair but shave their legs. One day they might shave one leg and keep one leg with hair. So there's many different roles, there's many different genders that people don't realize that step outside of our norm. I feel like another huge gendered embodiment issue is body image. Body image is huge, especially in Western culture. Mostly females, they're supposed to have a feminine body, be very prim and proper, skinny, tan, beautiful hair, definitely skinny. Men are supposed to be manly and muscular and just very outdoorsy and strong. Well, what happens when a woman decides that they don't want to wear makeup one day and they want to wear a flannel and some jeans and a beanie? Well, they might be walking down the street and people may stop and stare and instantly judge them and think, what is she? Is she relating to her gender role as a male or a female? Or I just feel like as women, we have a really hard time with our body image because our culture and society, it keeps us on such a high pedestal. I feel like a great example of body image in women is after they have a baby. We see in the media how all these women bounce back right after they have a baby. Well, in the real world, that is not even possible. For anybody out there who's ever had a baby, it's not easy to lose baby weight. I feel like as our culture and society, women are judged if they, after a year of having a baby and they still have baby weight, men and women are judging them because they didn't lose their baby weight as fast as possible. So I just feel like society plays a huge role on how we view gender, and if it's outside of our cultural norm, people are just shocked by that. I feel like another huge gender embodiment issue that takes place is public restrooms. How about the people who don't fit into their gender roles? What restrooms are they supposed to use? It's a public restroom. All they have to do is use the bathroom. Everybody has such this huge issue of what bathroom they're going to use. What about the transgender? What bathroom are they going to use? Their sex might be a male, but their gender role might feel like a female. So what bathroom are they supposed to use? This is a very strong topic that's been coming out a lot in the media as well. So I hope everybody kind of gets a clear understanding of the gender body and how it came into place. I feel like it's definitely socially constructed from the time that we're born until the time that we die. There's many expectations that men and women have to deal with when it comes to gender, and not everybody recognizes that not everybody has a specific gender, and they don't always feel like what they were born with is how they should be or act. And I feel like as a society, we need to recognize that, and let's change that. All right, thank you.